What's up, y'all? Welcome to the 22nd episode of the Titan Report podcast. My name is Jackson Weber. Appreciate y'all tuning in today. We got a lot to talk about on this episode, a lot to break down. We got a lot of news to be talking about. First off, Sneed tender with the Titans could be over. That could have been his last snap with the Titans last Sunday. Is that a possibility? Tyler Lockett got cut. Do want to talk about that? Who's the next man behind him? Some positives from Cam Ward and the Titans. I think we got to have that talk, especially that some people over the weekend talked negativity about Cam, and I do want to talk about that and how the Titans can build from the first quarter half success, who can step up. And we're going to talk about the Colts because this Colts team is scary, and they're coming into Nashville. We're going to talk about some NFL, my top 5 games this week, and we're talking about some NFL news pretty much towards the end of the episode. So welcome into the Titan Report podcast. My name is Jackson Weber. Appreciate y'all again tuning in the show. If y'all check out and share it to a Titans fan on YouTube or Spotify. Share it to a Titans fan that you know. I mean, appreciate that for me. Obviously, number one, do want to talk about Tyler Lockett. I respect Tyler Lockett as a human. He did ask for his release. He decided that he did not want to play for the Titans no more. Buck said he quit. I don't call quit as a word. I think he just wanted a fresh start, and that's totally understandable. Seymour DK and Eric Eierman are playing more snaps over Tyler Lockett, and that makes more sense. So Tyler Lockett wanted to get a new fresh start, probably with the contending team who needs a receiver. As of right now, Lockett's not been signed the time I'm filming this, but it could happen at any moment right now. So number one, we do want to wish him best of luck. I do want to wish him best of luck, everything, and I do appreciate him and his family. But who's next, a receiver, though? That's going to be the main question. Mason Kingsley is now on the 53-man roster. Jim Wyatt announced it about 25 minutes ago that he will be on the 53-man roster to replace Tyler Lockett. So we found a new receiver, I guess. So there you go. I just think Xavier Restrepo does deserve a chance. A lot of y'all saying he's not fast. Well, he just hit his new personal record at 21.5 miles per hour. He posted on X around a week ago. There's just, at this point, what are we losing? Bring him up. Cam Ward's best weapon I talked about weeks ago. It's time to bring up Xavier Restrepo sooner than later, and the Titans are. This is probably almost way too late to bring up Restrepo, but sooner than later, you got to bring up Xavier Restrepo and see what happens. And now we're going to have to bring up the conversation. Is Sneed's Titans tender over? Are they heading for a divorce? Because yes, very much so, they could be. Number one, Sneed, I'm not trying to diss him, but it is very frustrating when you are one of the top paid corners on the Titans, top 10 in the whole NFL being paid, and you missed 12 games last year, okay, with the quad injury, the same type of injury, almost against the same type of team, too. He got hurt against the Colts last year, hurt against the Patriots this year, facing the Colts this week. He did not want to play against the Colts again. It's very frustrating. I feel for him. I hope he gets better soon and he recovers quickly. But at the same time, I think the Titans and Sneed got to head into divorce. It's time. The Titans will save $11.5 million if they cut him. I think that's post June. I think if that's 100% true, I got to look at that and check my stats on that. But I know it's $11.5 million. And they will be eating $8 million for the Jerry Sneed. But I think personally, it is time, and both respect for both parties, to move on. It's not been working out for both Sneed and the Titans. And Titans definitely need to move on because if it doesn't seem like it's a part of the future plans here, right? And some of y'all are going to be like, well, what about trading him? Well, no one's going to want to trade for Sneed right now since he's injured. So you're going to have to look at it. You have to look at the offseason. That's when we can talk about if he's going to get traded or cut there because that can very much be well happen. So I think it's time the Titans go on that route. I think it's time that they do so before it's way too late. This year should be definitely his last year. He's been struggling so far on the field. He cannot stay healthy. He's going to miss another 4 games. That could go well. Another 12. I mean, heck, you never know. At this point, we don't even know when this is going to happen. So, wish him the best of luck and get healthy. But right now, we got to see what's going to happen. We all know he's going to miss 4 games. He could come back after November, come back late November. We'll see. But if it's not, he'll be out for a while. We'll see. Another injury news. We do want to break down the Titans injury report because this injury report has a big bad injury in it. We do want to talk about. I want to bring that up in a little bit. So this is injury report for the Titans currently on Thursday. I'll bring up the Colts in just a minute. Blake Hance is out with a shoulder back injury. Johnny Hecker has an illness. He's fine. He's full. Sebastian Joseph Day is limited with the calf. Arden Key with the quad. Did not practice Wednesday, but he practiced today, so he could be returning on Sunday. James Lynch, shoulder, limited. Bryce Oliver did not practice, again, with that knee injury. Still doing that knee problem. Pollard rest, he's good. Calvin Ridley, hamstring, did not practice. So Ridley could be out again. Another straight week for the Tennessee Titans. After getting hurt week 6 against the Raiders, this can be the second game Ridley's out. Jeffrey Simmons, hamstring. Another bad injury. He's expected to maybe miss Sunday. He's week to week right now. He's probably out tomorrow. We all know about Sneed. He got put on IR. They still have him on the injury report, but I think he's going to get taken off anyway. Jihad Ward rest. He's good. Xavier Woods ankle. He's good. And Kevin Zeitler full practice. So the two big injuries here, Calvin Ridley and Jeffrey Simmons, who if they don't practice, especially today, I should say, assuming it's Friday, we'll find out in the next 30 minutes because I'm filming this about almost 11, and we'll probably find out close to probably almost noon. They could be missing Sunday. Jeffrey Simmons, we heard from Mike McCoy. He is week to week right now. Mike McCoy said he's going to be very careful about what he says about the injuries. Calvin Ridley too. We've not really heard much on Ridley. He definitely could be out on Sunday. I think he'll be out more than Simmons will. But I think both will be missing against the Colts. That's a big loss for Cam. Also a big loss for the Titans defense ahead of Jonathan Taylor going to Indy. That is going to be a tough matchup. So let's break down the Indy matchup for you guys. So the Indianapolis Colts, 6-1. They lead in the AFC, one of the best teams in the AFC and the best team in the AFC South right now. And if they keep this up, they're definitely going to go to the playoffs, I think. I think they're going to be a dark horse playoff team. I think they'll be right in the mix of everything. I think they have the team to take down the Chiefs or the Bills in the playoffs. They did give up 400 yards to Justin Herbert, though, passing. That was pretty much late in the game. I do want to talk about one player, though. First of all, Jonathan Taylor. So Jonathan Taylor did not get his first touchdown, against the Titans. So he was touchdownless for 2 games, and then he got 3 touchdowns against the Titans last time they played week 3. 17 for 122 average, 6 yards per carry, 3 touchdowns. That's very scary. And the Titans have one of the worst run defenses in the NFL. Ramondre Stevenson got a touchdown on him last week, 88 yards. So, again, Jonathan Taylor is going to have a field day. I think there could be a way to stop him. But how is going to be the big question, right? We're going to be talking about that in just a moment. So far, he's had 10 touchdowns. He's currently on a 3-game streak with the touchdown or more. So, Jonathan Taylor only had 94 yards last week and 5.9. But Taylor, I think, is one of the most efficient running backs in the NFL. He leads the NFL in rushing yards right now as of today. Taylor, I think, is a running back who's going to get open into space. I think that's where Tennessee can stop him. He also leads NFL with touchdowns with 10. There are any NFL running backs with 10 touchdowns right now. So, yeah, that is something that's going to be concerning about on Sunday is Jonathan Taylor. So, there's some ways that they can stop him. Cody Barton did talk about it. He says, I think they got to wrap him up. First of all, the things the Titans can stop on Sunday. Number 1, you got to stop the run. The Titans have been really bad at stopping the run so far, and especially without Jeffrey Simmons on Sunday, that's going to be a big problem. Now, if Arden Key gets back in there, that would help off the edge just a little bit. They'll get someone back with Arden Key and Femi is still out. So, Arden and Draymond Jones will be both on the edge on Sunday. Javondre Sweat on the interior. I think the Titans are going to have a big problem with them rushing on the outside. I think Cedric Gray on Sunday hopefully will be a big – he helped a lot on Sunday with that. He was really good a lot on the run defense on Sunday. But how does Cody Barton take advantage of that? So I think that's another thing is how the Titans can stop the run, especially with Jonathan Taylor. And Cody Barton's going to make some plays. Number 2. Put pressure on Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones has been the least pressured quarterback in the NFL. Only 6 sacks so far this year. The Titans got 4 sacks on Drake May. Draymond Jones had 5 pressures on Drake May last week. So I think the Titans, if they put pressure on Daniel Jones, I think that would make it more harder for Daniel Jones on Sunday. But I think that's the only thing. They got to get to him. They got to pressure the quarterback, and they got to stop the run. That's the only way you can do it. Also, my third thing I think the Titans definitely going to work on is third down defense. The Titans got in too many scenarios on Sunday where they got the stop on second down, and then the Titans on third down defense played soft. I think that on the third down defense, you got to play hard. You got to hustle to the ball. Third down defense is going to be a problem. And the Titans got to stop the Colts on third down if they want to get a chance to win the game. Colts only punted a certain number of times. The Colts only punted 11 times. That's crazy. So that's not very much at all. It might look a lot, but it's not. So I think the Titans definitely got to get third down stops on defense. For the offense, though, I think we want to talk about that as well. We'll talk about some positives with Cam. Talk about the positives on offense. Number one, get Seymour DK the ball. Obviously, Calvin Ridley is probably going to be down Sunday. Seymour DK has been really stepped up last week. Seymour DK was obviously one of the top receivers on this team last week with 4 catches for 70 yards and that touchdown. Get him going again. Get that Cam versus Seymour DK motion going, especially with everyone around him. Get Gunnar Helm going. Get Van Jefferson going. Get your weapons going around him. I think if you get most of you guys exploding with Cam Ward, he threw to 10 different players on Sunday. So again, once you get those players open and explosive, that's going to throw the Colts off just a little bit. That's one thing. Second thing is your run game. Pollard and Spears, I mean, we didn't really run the ball that much last week, but I think if we run the ball just a little bit better, throw some trick plays in there, I think that's also going to be a big success on Sunday. Obviously, the Chargers really didn't get much going on Sunday on the run game. So that's going to be a big challenge. They only had 54 yards running on the ground. So, and 31 of those from Justin Herbert. So if the Titans, and again, they're down 2. So Titans, if they want to take advantage on those short drives, run the ball. Run the ball. I think they got to run the ball more than Tony Pollard and Tyjae Spears. My third and final thing is sustained drives. The first drive was great. Made a lot of short passes, made a lot of nice trick plays, made a lot of nice throws. Cam Ward made a lot of nice short passes. Do that again. Start out fast. I like how they started out, right? Even that means end the drive with a field goal. That's okay. As long as you're getting down the middle of the field and you're making sustainable drives, you're making good plays, you're getting the third down conversions, that's a big way the Titans got to improve on Sunday. In the second half, those wheels fell off. The first half, they were reeling against New England Patriots. They're throwing off the Patriots, their linebackers. They're throwing off the secondary. The Colts have Kenny Moore back there and Julius Blackman and Cam Byram back there in the secondary. So I think Ward's got to look at those weak spots on the Colts defense and got to take advantage. But that's what we got to talk about Cam Ward. A lot of Titans fans, Titans media have talked about this. Are you guys giving up on Cam Ward? I'm not. Are you guys giving up on Cam Ward? That's going to be the big question. I think there's 3 things here. Number one, he has no head coach, guys. There's no head coach on this team right now. There's nobody. If you really think about it right now, who's coaching the Titans? Who's running this Titans team, right? Callahan was, we all know, I talked about this before. Eastern Freeze put this out weeks ago, like 5 months ago. The Titans coaching staff's going to be out thin ice here. And they dang were. So the problem is you have no head coach. And I get it. It's frustrating, but you need a sustainable head coach who can actually make good play calls and make you be better. And Brian Callahan was not that coach. He was not that coach for Cam Ward. So I'm not saying Bo Hardegree and Mike McCoy is bad either. I'm just saying what did the Titans got to do in the right direction to bring that right mind into Tennessee. That's number one. And Cam Ward does not have that right now. Number 2, if you're going to say his weapons are good, obviously Seymour DK starting to explode right now. Alec Iamaner and Van Jefferson. Those are not good weapons, guys. Those are not good weapons, guys. What does most teams have, right? First of all, Drake May has Stephon Diggs. So you need a true number 1 receiver, mostly on every team. Why did Jaden Daniels succeed last year? Boom. Number 1 receiver, Terry McLaurin. Why did Caleb Williams starting to succeed this year? Roma Duze starting to heat up, who take a big leap since last year. Look at DJ Moore. Jackson Dart had Malik Neighbors before Malik Neighbors went out. So I think the Titans got to either draft a future receiver, which we'll talk about later in the draft. I think they got to go in the draft and they got to go get a number 1 receiver. That's probably one thing they got to do and build around him for next year. Get Cam Ward a young, sustainable weapon to build around for the years to come. Because Cam Ward does not have much weapons right now. And thirdly enough is offensive line. Yes, I get it. The turnovers are sloppy. They're not great. But you got to understand, this kid's a rookie. And the offensive line has not really been helped hard either. J.C. Latham's been struggling. Dan Moore has been stepping up, but we need to see him step up in a better way. Dan Moore needs to start heating up in these games. But J.C. Latham gave 2 sacks last week. He got pressured 4 or 5 times. So my whole thing is this offensive line needs to be better around Cam. And Cam Ward did his best, I think, against the Patriots with the Patriots defensive line with Harold Landry on it. Christian Barmore. They have some studs, right? Obviously, the Colts defensive line is not the best like the Patriots, but it's still solid. I mean, Grover Stewart can get right in the middle between Lloyd Cushenberry and Kevin Zeitler. So I think Sunday the Titans offensive line's also got to step up. They got to step up. So we're going to talk about my 5 favorite matchups for Sunday in the NFL. We're done talking about the Titans as of right now. We do want to talk about my 5 favorite matchups. So as of right now, we're looking at the standings, right? The Philadelphia Eagles lead the NFC with 5-2, right? Tampa Bay's also up there 5-2 as well. They lost on Monday. They have some big bad injuries with Mike Evans, who is on the injured reserve now. So Tampa's right in the mix. Green Bay's 4-1. Detroit's 5-2. So there's a lot of teams that are in the mix here for the top of the NFC. And the NFC West is there's top 3 teams right in the middle of things. The 49ers, Seahawks, and Rams are all tied for first right now. Everybody's tied first. And you got the Cardinals sad 2-5 down there. So NFC is looking pretty decent right now on the AFC side of the ball. Indianapolis is leading the AFC with 6-1. Then rest of that division is Jacksonville with 4-3, Houston and the Titans. We're looking at the AFC East with New England taking the lead over Buffalo. And you got Miami and New York sitting at the bottom of the division. Then you got Pittsburgh 4-2 at the top of the division as well. Then you got Cincinnati, who are right in the middle of things. You got Cleveland and Baltimore. So those are some games. And then Denver is taking the lead in the division. The Chargers won last night. With the Vikings 37-10. But the Broncos right there are 5-2, and the Chargers are 5-3 right there right behind the Broncos. And you got the Chiefs, unfortunately. We always got to talk about the Chiefs. The Chiefs are a team we always got to talk about, fortunately. So that's a team that is right behind there. So let's talk about some games this weekend. My top 5 matchups of the weekend. And we're going to break it all down. So number 5 is the Broncos and Cowboys. Obviously, Dak Prescott, George Pickens, CeeDee Lamb versus Bo Nix and the Broncos offense. It came back 33 points against the Giants defense. So that's one of my matchups. I'm very excited for this one. It's a 325 game. Obviously, you can either go both ways. I think this is a pretty even matchup. I think Denver does get the win over Dallas, though. I'm very excited to see what Dak and George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb do all on the road. Cowboys run games are actually pretty good as well. Another game I'm actually looking into is Monday Night Football, and this reason it's not higher is because Jaden Daniels is out and it's Marcus Mariota starting. Is the Chiefs versus the Commanders. Obviously, this is a Chiefs. If they win this game, they're right in the back in the middle with the Chargers and Broncos if Broncos lose on Sunday. But the Commanders can get back into things if they get a win. Now, I want to see Marcus Mariota get a win on Monday Night Football. My third game of the week, and this is going to be an interesting one. This is why it should be a little bit lower, but the Bears and Ravens. The reason why is because Lamar Jackson could be coming back. He's practiced all week. This is a game Lamar could be coming back. If the Bears want to take lead in the AFC North, if Detroit this week is on a bye week, if they want to take a lead and tie with them, it'd be 5-2, and the Chicago Bears could get a very big road win against the Ravens. But can Lamar Jackson play spoiler here and get the upset win at home? He has not played for the first time in a couple weeks, so let's see if he actually get back out there and things going. My number 2 game is New England versus Cleveland. New England, one of the teams in the AFC is keeping rolling right now. I want to see Drake May keep rolling. We saw him last week and against Tennessee. Drake May and Stephon Diggs and that whole offense keep going. Can they do that against the Browns team who 2-5 As one of the great defenses in the NFL, they won the best defense in the NFL. So I truly think Cleveland is not as bad for their record. So can Drake May, especially Myles Garrett on that defensive line, can they take advantage on Sunday and get the win at home? Also, the last game, the number one game I think of the week is Sunday Night Football. The Packers on the road facing the Pittsburgh Steelers. And you know who this is. Aaron Rodgers at home facing Jordan Love. This is going to be a heck of a matchup. I think this is a great matchup for Sunday Night Football. I'm glad NBC put this on Sunday Night Football. It's going to be exciting. You know, Green Bay got a big win last week in Arizona. I think Pittsburgh's going to get the win with Aaron Rodgers here. I think Jordan Love's going to be struggling on the road. Both pass rushing defenses are good. You have TJ Watt and Micah Parsons, both receivers. You have DK Metcalf. You got some good receivers from Green Bay. But the big key in this game is who's going to be scoring more on offense? Jordan Love or Aaron Rodgers? Who's going to be coaching better? Obviously, Matt LaFleur, for the Green Bay Packers, and Mike Tomlin for the Pittsburgh Steelers. So there's a lot of good games on this week besides the Titans and Colts. So if you don't want to watch the Titans and Colts this week, if you like, hey, I'm just going to tune out this week, go for it. Broncos and the Cowboys. You can watch that one at 3:25. There'll be some good games, and look forward for Sunday Night Football. That is it from me on the Titan Report podcast this week. Y'all will see me on Sunday after the game versus the Indianapolis Colts. So see y'all then. Thank y'all for tuning into the episode. Titan.